Hi there, it's Beauty Junkay. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a little get ready with me, and I'm doing a post-Christmas holiday look, but I'm still gonna incorporate green probably. So if you want to save this video for next year, or you don't mind using a little bit of green, maybe for a New Year's Eve party, maybe you have a wedding to go to early in January, or you're just getting together with family and friends a little bit after Christmas, this might be a fun little inspiration video for you. I'm also just gonna get chatty, catch up with you, let you know what's going on. It's been a little while since I filmed. I did a lot of pre-filming, a lot of favorites videos, year-end wrap-up videos for like skincare, body care. I just wanted to put this video together because I wanted to do a little holiday-ish sort of look. Because I thought it would be fun, and I just haven't filmed in a while. So let's put our hair back and get into it. So I have this whole box of makeup that I threw in here because these are the things that I want to use. Some of it is stuff that I haven't used in a while. Some of it is pretty new. I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Holiday Palette from 2021 for my eye makeup, and maybe a couple of other things. I have the Lisa Eldridge liquid eyeshadows and some throwbacks. My favorite cream eyeshadows from last year, the Tom Ford and Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think I can use all of these things, but I was like, oh, I haven't used that in a while, so we're gonna have some fun. At least I am. Wanted to talk about my shirt real quick. This is a Target find in the men's section. This is a Taco Bell shirt, 90s, early 2000s design throwback. If you remember Taco Bells, they kind of look like this. This might even be like, yeah, I think this is definitely 90s because I remember this kind of look. Anyways, I thought it was fun, but it is in the men's section. I went through there looking for a gift, and I picked up 3 men's items that I have been wearing lately. I got a jacket, an ugly Christmas sweater, and this Taco Bell t-shirt that I was like, I gotta get that because it's just kind of funny. They had like a pizza one. So I just kind of love fun graphic tees that are kind of odd and funny. Anyways, let's get into the makeup. My face has been on the drier side because it's been pretty cold. And when I went for a walk last weekend, my face really dried out. Like, it was obviously flaking on my forehead and on the sides here and this area. And then on the bottom half, I'm breaking out. So this is like actually a lot better than it was, and it's not painful anymore. It's just now really red, or still really red. But yeah, my skin's kind of been going through it, but I'll tell you guys in a little bit as I put my makeup on, like, what's been going on. So starting out with primer, I have the Jumbo Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Primer in Original. I just got this as a backup, and I just finished my smaller one, so I'm glad I picked this up. I got this 20% off. I believe right now as I'm filming, I don't know how long it's gonna last, Victoria Beckham has 20% off some of her sets. So pretty cool. 2 pumps. This is like a super moisturizer, but it dries quickly. Gives me a smooth base. So good. Behind me, the candle I haven't burned in a long time. I got this for after Christmas last year, I think. Pretty sure. This is the Carrere Freres. I hope you can see this. This is the Siberian Fir and Dadis Rose. So it's like a fir and rose scent. It's a very kind of different Christmas candle because it has the pine, but it's also very floral. So if you like floral like all year long and you like rose, this is an interesting one. And Carrere Freres is an offshoot brand of Surtrudon, if you guys don't know. It's less expensive, but still pretty pricey. Anyway, let's get into a foundation that I have not used in a long time. And I'm gonna mix in, this is the Surratt Drew Drop foundation. I have the shade 3, and I'm gonna mix in the Charlotte Tilbury. This is what's left of the label. Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I have the shade 1 Fair. So we're gonna use both of these on my face, and I'm gonna mix them. I like this foundation. I haven't used it in a while, I don't think. No, I might have used it actually recently in one of my favorites videos, or my year-end videos. But I enjoy this foundation. I wish it was like a little bit easier to get out. This like button system is a little bit tricky, but you get a lot of control over what comes out there. And then this I actually wish wasn't a dropper, because I'm not going to apply this directly to my face. I'm going to apply it directly on the palette and try to mix it with a brush. I have not used this in quite some time, but it is a really good staple product, and I'm going to use a brush today, my Lisa Eldridge foundation brush, to see how this brush works with other foundations besides the Lisa Eldridge one. And I'm going to mix these together and put this on. So let's catch up. I got sick after Thanksgiving, that Thanksgiving weekend. Took me like a week to get over. It was just a cold. I just had a runny nose. I think I was just tired. I didn't do a lot, but I went to a basketball game like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I think that was a mistake. There was way too many people. I got over that sickness, and then I just had a lot of work. And then I got my booster this Monday, and today is Friday, Christmas Eve. And I didn't really start feeling better until yesterday. So I got my shot on Monday, and I felt pretty much almost completely better yesterday on Thursday. I think this booster affected me a little bit more than the second shot. The second shot, though, I had slightly different symptoms. I had more chills the second shot, whereas this one I definitely felt achy for longer. I still couldn't sleep. It took like a full 12 hours after I got the shot to really feel the effects. I felt really achy, really tired, and then I just couldn't get comfortable to sleep. So that sucked. So like Tuesday was the worst day. Wednesday still not 100%. Thursday I felt better. For me, like getting a lot of sleep really helps, but when you're that achy, even though I was taking like Tylenol, it was just really hard to like relax and chill out and be able to sleep, you know? I also had like a headache that was lingering even till yesterday, and even like today I don't feel the headache at all. So I'm definitely on the mend. But what's really important, I found out on Tuesday, I got today off. That's why I'm filming in this bright sunlight. I'm very happy to be like just chilling, do what I want to do the day before Christmas. And we were not supposed to get this day off, and actually we had the option to like take 4 hours off either today or New Year's Eve. And my boss, nice enough, she's like, you guys can take the whole day off. Of course you have to use vacation, but you have the option. I know that sounds funny, but we usually don't take off time this time of year, but she thinks we're in a good place, so she's letting us do it. And both days, full days off, which I'm so thankful for. Very unexpected. I'm so happy. It's like a super nice Christmas gift, to be honest. Yeah, work's been tough. I just feel like I've been really stressful. It's been really stressful this fall, and just these 2 days off, I know it doesn't sound like it. This is the first time we've been allowed this since I've been there. This will be my 4th Christmas at this job. Oh my gosh. So I'm like super stoked. So I just went over that with a sponge. I used all of the product on my palette. My nose doesn't look super smooth, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on there. But overall, I like the brush and then following up with the sponge to kind of make sure everything's pushed into my skin. But yes, this is a classic, really nice foundation, the Disserat. I can't speak for like the other products. You guys hear that? There's like an animal on the roof, like digging in the gutters or something. Sounds like a rat or mouse or something, squirrel. Anyways, the Surratt powder products, like the eyeshadows, they're nice. The blushes are nice, but to me, they're not that remarkable. Like, they're smooth, they're pretty, but they're fairly pricey, and I don't feel like they're quite worth the hype, but that foundation is really nice. So I'm gonna use a little bit more of the foundation just for my nose area. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I think this is 4.75. The label has worn off. I've seen a lot of videos put concealer in these areas, so we're gonna do that just because I want to try it. And I'm gonna do a little bit on the sides of my nose and my blemish areas, which are plentiful these days. Jeez. I think it's the fact of being sick and stressed out. My skin, not so happy. The weather changing. It's been raining a lot. Planning to recharge. So for tomorrow, Christmas, I'm planning to make a nice dinner for me and my boyfriend. Our families don't live near us, and because of COVID, it's just not really easy thing to do. Spend time with them, so we're just gonna do us, and then I'm making I ordered filet mignon. I got top sirloin. Hopefully it's just as good. They substituted it, and like when you order online, sometimes they don't have everything you want in stock, even though it says they do, but they don't. I'm making steak. We do plan to get some lobster tail. I don't know. That will have to happen today if we want to eat it tomorrow, unless grocery stores are open tomorrow. To go with it, and then I'll make some sides, some veggies, mashed potatoes, and that'll be a nice Christmas dinner because I didn't make stuff for Thanksgiving, so I feel a little bit less stressed, so I wanted to put in the effort for Christmas. And honestly, I like steak more than turkey, so I'm excited. I'm motivated to do that. Okay, so we have some concealer on. So I'm the kind of person, when I do my makeup, I like to do all the creams first and then powders. So I'm going to go in with a little tiny bit. Oops, sun's changing, clouds, a little bit darker now. My Fenty Body Sauce Pearl Swirl lightest shade. I'm gonna try to use the tiniest bit on my cheeks. When I use like a full pump of this, it's actually a little bit too much for my face, and I look a little bit too bronze, especially for the winter. So I just want to use a really small amount to warm up the cheeks and kind of give a bronzer kind of effect. And yes, I'm using my fingers. It kind of reminds me of just like a chocolate kiss, but it's not that deep of a, it's not exactly chocolate. It's like milk, hot cocoa with a lot of milk in it. And then just a little bit up here where the sun might hit me. I'm still gonna use some powder bronzer, so I'm just gonna stop there with that product, just a little tiny bit. And then do just some cream blush Victoria Beckham Major Shade. This is the Cheeky Posh. This is like the traditional pink leaning shade that she has in her collection. I hope she adds more shades. I think they're nice because they're not too wet or glossy. I don't really like a glossy blush. And then of course I'm gonna layer with powder everything. Okay, there we are. Now it is powder time. I'm gonna use a different powder that is a little bit glowy. If you're oily or if you're a combo like me, this is pretty, but I find that I get shiny with it. This is the Kogendo Mafanchi Natural Lighting Powder. It has a little bit of glow to it. And it's soft, it's not drying, but sometimes you need a little bit of drying, you know what I mean, to combat the shine that comes through later in the day. But this is a very soft powder. And I'm using my giant rougher brush that needs to be cleaned, number 25. I think the issue with this is also for me, this is not translucent. It's not that it's dark, but this is not like, oh boy. This is a little dark for me. Like, I mean, it doesn't show up super dark, but it's not a color that I would pick for like a translucent shade if they have options. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted because I just got a package on Christmas Eve, which I'm pretty thankful for because I ordered more Christmas candles. Not that I need more, but I was really wanting to get, I think it's limited edition candle from Cire Trudon for Christmas. The one that smells like spicy chocolate, Bayonne, I picked that up. And then I picked up a larger size of the Harlem Candle Co. Speakeasy candle. I got a small one and I had an opportunity to get it on sale, so I got a larger one. And that just arrived, so I'll go ahead and show you guys those candles in a bit, and I'll do a whole video out of them, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. It's after Christmas. You guys can burn holiday candles any time of year. I think that's a really pretty powder right now, actually. I think it's really pretty at first, but the shine does break through, and I think if it was actually translucent, I would like it better. But it's really soft. It's not drying, at least on me. But I do have a combo skin, although I'm feeling really dry this time of year. Oh no! I forgot a cream highlighter. I'll have to put this on top of powder, or maybe I won't use it. On to bronzer. This is the Wayne Goss bronzer. This is the light gold palette, Radiance Boosting Face Palette Bronze and Sculpt. I mixed the two. We certainly could get away with not using this, but we're not going to get away with it. I think it's a really pretty, these shades are really pretty for like a really nice color. You can use it any time of year, but I have various shades of bronzer, and this is more of a natural looking one. It's not as deep as some of the other ones I have, so I like using it in the winter because it looks a little bit more natural. I gotta sculpt that chin, you know. I'm just getting white shirt makeup video, right? Bad idea. So I have a choice here. I think I'm not gonna use the Junkay. I haven't used this in a while, the Liquid Lumiere. I could though, but I really want to use the Pat McGrath, and that one's pretty blinding. So I think I'm just gonna do a natural, well, let me do my blush first. Pat McGrath, I wanted to do something a little bit rosier. This is the Divine Rose Divine Blush, the Divine Rose shade. I have a lot of warm shades, but I wanted to do something a bit cooler. On top of the pink Cheeky Posh, the major shade. So that's a lot. We're gonna have to blend that out. I think I'm gonna skip the liquid highlight and go right into powder because I think we left that train. This is the Holiday Highlighter from Pat McGrath, the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter Lunar Nude. The Bridgerton is about to come out. That one looks even lighter than this. Super pretty looking. I just saw a YouTuber say that she thinks the best products from Pat McGrath are her highlighters. I think she's onto something there. I personally think her eyeshadow palettes are her best products, but this highlighter in particular is really nice. Do I think it's like the most unique? No, but it's pretty smooth and it's pretty and I like using it, so that says something. Isn't that stunning? So I do need to kind of buff everything together. This is my finishing step, just to make sure we're not too blushy and too bronzy and too highlightery. So I'm doing the Junkay Perfect Blur, the lightest shade, and the Sonia G Face 1. She has several other brushes in this sort of shape that are newer. So I just kind of make sure I blend all of that in. And then my pore areas right in here, I like to make sure this is powders used in those areas to just make things a little bit softer. This is a lot of powder, but honestly, this is how you get your makeup to last and not that this is gonna guarantee no cakiness, but it's gonna help. And also a setting spray is gonna help make things kind of last. So all right, our complexion is done. That was a lot of steps. I know, guys. This is makeup, right? I used to use way less steps in the past, but I don't think my skin ever looked as good as it does now. Minus the pimples, but my makeup skin, you know what I mean? Like my complexion definitely looks better than it has in the past, even though I'm older. Like it just looks smoother, you know? All right, on to brows. This is a very exciting step. Not really, it's the most boring step. I've been loving the Anastasia Brow Freeze. You guys, if you've watched my videos recently since I picked this up in the Sephora VIB sale, I've been using it quite often. I will say it takes some getting used to. It's not the most foolproof, which I don't love that about it, but I love the result it gives. You just have to use a very little amount in your spoolie, otherwise it turns your brows white. Kind of mixes with foundation, and then it just kind of can get really white if you use too much. But it kind of gives you a hint of that laminated effect. Look at that. Now I need to trim my brows, but I don't have a lot of brows, so I don't trim them. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of like the unruliness of how tall they are. And I'm just trying to keep the hair that I have. But it kind of gives that laminated effect where it just kind of keeps your brows up. It's not the same as a real lamination though. It's not anything close, but I wouldn't do that personally. I think that's, I don't know, a little unnecessary, but hey, what do I know? Whatever you want to do to your brows. People tattoo them, which I totally get. The thing I don't like about the look of tattooed brows or dyed brows, whatever you want to call it, I know those are different things, but when people first get that done, it does not look good. It looks like you put a straight up marker on your face. But after a couple days, it looks better. But when you first get it done, it's like, what is wrong with your eyebrow? So I don't know that I would ever do it, just because I already have sparse eyebrows, and that would be such a contrast for me to all of a sudden to show up with like really thick dark eyebrows. People would be like, oh, what'd she do to her face? You know, it's almost like plastic surgery, almost like a dramatic change to one's face overnight when you mess with your eyebrows. Okay, we're filling in. This is the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel that you cannot get anywhere, and hopefully it comes back. That is in taupe. All right, we're finally onto the eyes. So we have a lot of options for eyes. As I said, I picked out my holiday palette from Pat McGrath, some eyeshadow singles, some liquidy fun things that have so much sparkle. But I don't think I'm going to use all of these. It's the Lisa Eldridge, it's Danessa Myricks. I have, let's see, a couple of creams, like I mentioned, that are some of my favorite products, and I should use more this year. The Charlotte Tilbury Tom Ford Cream eyeshadows. Love this Victoria Beckham lid luster. I have the shade Tea Rose. And then I just got this Sicily product that is not new. The single eyeshadow sparkling topaz I just got, which just might be a little nice addition. I don't know that I'm going to use it though. We shall see. I just want to look in this palette and see like what I want to do, because I want to go pretty brown, like natural, and then just have that little pop of green liner as like a nice surprise, but just something really kind of easygoing but kind of pretty. So I think I can do that with this palette for sure, and use this green, which I love the shade. I believe this is Citrine Envy. This is what we're going to use. Kind of thinking though, just to start out as a nice base, perhaps using this Oyster Pearl from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow. So this kind of as a base, I'm taking my Rephr number 02, this flat brush, and going in here, Oyster Pearl. So if you guys are wondering like which one is better, Tom Ford or Charlotte Tilbury, so Charlotte Tilbury used to do the makeup design, influence the makeup for Tom Ford. So these products are very similar, the Charlotte Tilbury and Tom Ford. This is the cream color for eyes. He actually has a shade close to Oyster Pearl called Platinum. So I feel like she just kind of recreated the same product for her line. Her stuff is less expensive than the Tom Ford, so I would say go for that first. But they're very similar, and I think it's because she created them both. Look at this shade. I don't love cream eyeshadows, but I really like this one. This, I think, was one of my favorite products last year. It didn't come out last year, but I discovered it last year, and I was like, oh, this is such a game-changing color and formula. Like, it's so good. And this is one of those shades that anyone can wear. It's just a stunner, so that's why I wanted to wear it today, just for memory's sake. It's got such a beautiful tone to it. I like the tone of this. I'll show you in a minute. The sparkling topaz, it's very similar, but I actually like this color better. I wish the sparkling topaz was slightly lighter or warmer or something, because it just kind of drags down my eyes a little bit, but this shade I love. Oyster Pearl is legit. Of Oyster Pearl, what I love about Oyster Pearl, it's got so many tones in it. So like when I move my, it's got a lot going on. So it's kind of warm, but kind of cool, kind of neutral. So this is why it looks so good on the eyes. This is also a pretty shade, Sparkling Topaz from Sicily. This is a powder formula, and it has little micro, I think glitters, but like barely. It's pretty close, but this one's darker. Like even when you blend it out, it's just more brown. So I prefer this one. I think it's just super nice, and you get a lot of product, I think. 0.23 fluid ounces versus this powder, 0.05 ounces. This is a lot more money. This is still a lot of money, but more product. I think more prettier finish. Yeah, I love that. So we have this wash of taupe on our eyes, on my eyes. Before I move on to the green eyeliner, I need to think about what I want to do. So I'll show you a swatch of Tea Rose. This is the Victoria Beckham lid luster. She came out with a couple new shades. I would probably pick up Chiffon if I didn't just do a huge order. This is pretty. It's got some like fuchsia glitter chunks in there. Very fine. I wouldn't say they're chunks. But this shade I don't think quite did it for me, so I don't use it that often. It's pretty. It's just not quite the kind of rose gold that I thought it was gonna be. And I think this would kind of deepen this up, and I definitely want to go lighter in the center of my lid. So I think I'm just gonna concentrate on like shaping my eye with something a little deeper. So I'm gonna go in, maybe mix these two shades, this lighter brown and this deeper brown, and just kind of work on the outside of my eye. This palette is not easy to stay open for some reason. Okay, so we're going a little bit deeper than I wanted to here. I'm gonna change up my brush because this is too dark. Yeah, I think the critique I have about this holiday palette is there needs to be a little bit more mattes that aren't as deep, and maybe a little bit more neutral or even cooler would be nice. So we're keeping with a very like, not boring, but still pretty kind of neutral look for most of this eye. And then we'll just do like little slight glints of something exciting for the holidays. So I'm gonna go underneath my eye with this warm brown teddy shade. And I'll use a different brush to blend that out. Now you can totally do like a winged out, blown out look. That's definitely more like defined. You can use concealer to kind of clean it all up. But I generally like to keep things pretty rounded and easy and not so high maintenance where you have to like use like a concealer and like a diagonal piece of paper to make sure it's like very snatched. I don't like that amount of effort. I like the way it looks, but here we are. So the natural part, the more like basic, smoky, kind of brown, taupey part of the look is done. And now I'm going to, before I get into that green eyeliner, I'm going to use another cream. Now this is the Tom Ford Cream Color for Eyes. This is just the shade 3 Sphinx. And this is like a pink, gold, orangey kind of color. And it's, to me, like a fun duochrome topper. It doesn't have a lot of color behind it, So I'm just going to use this on the middle of my lid and apply it with a finger, just to get even more shine. Now I know it takes away from that pretty oyster pearl color, but it's still behind it. So now we have even more glow, and now it's like a little pink little wash, and it brings in some warmth with that pink and gold. That's like, you know, slightly there. It's kind of there. So this just adds something a little bit extra. You can definitely leave out that shade if you want to. It's not necessary. Just be careful, don't take it too high like I just did. Oh, let's even it out. It's not a shade I use very often. I forget about it, but it just adds like a fun dimension to whatever eyeshadow you have on. Just know that it is a cream, so you're putting powder on top of creams. It can disturb things a little bit. All right, let's get into some fun. So I'm gonna use a really tiny eyeliner brush, and this is from Wayne Goss. This is the number 8 little tiny flat brush. We're going into Citrine Envy. This is like a foil green eyeshadow. It's like the color of money. So I think it's gonna be pretty. I don't think it's gonna be super vibrant as an eyeliner, to be honest, because it's not quite that, you know, multi-chrome, super shiny foil shade. But we're gonna see what it does. We're just gonna try this out. Something liquid to make this like an eyeliner. So I'm gonna go grab my NYX eye primer and see how that goes. So there are a lot of products out there that, not a lot, but there's some products out there that turn eyeshadow to eyeliner. I'm using the NYX glitter primer, which is not really that product, but we're gonna just try it. I think you can do this without this, but I want things to be a little bit easier on me. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this just to make things a little easier. Isn't that fun? I think I probably could have done some black liner at the base, but I will do that afterwards. And then maybe do a little bit more on top. But this primer is helping out a lot. Just makes it easier to drag along the lash line. Sorry, I can't do this in front of the camera that easily because I really need to see in the mirror. I did a little bit of a wing. But there we have it. It's not like super in your face. It's not like the most sparkly, vibrant green liner out there, but it gives you a little bit of a holiday hint. You could use gold. You can use silver. You can use whatever you want to use. I'm loving that, but I do feel like I need to do a little bit of a defining liner with it to really make the eyes pop. And I think that's gonna be a black liquid liner. So I wanted to make this look a little bit more wearable, not like all about a crazy amount of green. I wish there was a little bit more vibrant, just because I feel like more vibrant green, foily, even more foily metallic shade would have really popped as an eyeliner. As an eyeliner, this is a little bit more subdued, although when I probably play this video, I'm like, it's probably shiny enough. But just in the mirror, in the sun, it just kind of could be a little bit more, but I'm liking it. It's a very chill vibe. It's not like in your face, oh, I have green, you know, a crazy amount of green liner on, eyeshadow on. But I'm gonna use a black liquid liner. This is from Surat. This is the, oh, I cannot read this. I think this is like the Artistique wand or something like that. It's black liquid liner. you want just like a really thin line, and then you can go across the top with gold again, but I just did it after the fact. But you could do like a little flick with it, another wing, but I'm not doing that. And I'm not gonna do the bottom, so that is that. We're almost to the finish line here. I'm gonna use a mascara. This is the Junkay Faux Cils Longest Lash in black. This is a really nice wand, more of a wand style that I enjoy. And I feel like it gives a good amount of length and volume, actually. My only preference would be that if it were a tubing mascara, that would be awesome, but I still like it, besides the price I don't like, but I have been enjoying it. I haven't, you know, developed my full thoughts if it's like really worth it, but it's a comfortable formula. Like, I feel like the brush doesn't poke my eyes, the formula doesn't make me teary-eyed. I get, you know, an okay amount of length. It's not like the lengthiest lashes I've ever seen. And look at that. Here we are, a very pretty, little bit more subdued holiday look. If you wanted to like amp this up, you could do like a really bold berry or red lip. I'm not gonna go in that direction though. I like my lips to be light, on the lighter side, or nude. You know, I'm pretty boring, but we're gonna do a lip liner. This is the Victoria Beckham No. 3 lip liner. For lipstick, I'm going with Lisa Eldridge Velvet Petal. A shade that I didn't love at first, but I'm liking more and more. And top it off, I'm using the Pat McGrath lip gloss. This is the Bronze Venus Luxe Gloss. Has a lot of sparkle in it. And it's got the same shimmer as that Tom Ford Sphinx. And it just juices up the lips a little bit. And here is our final look. Anyways, that wasn't as much as a get ready, but I was explaining my makeup a lot. But this is a very nice holiday look that I would actually wear to a party because it's pretty without being like too much. You know, I don't want people to like necessarily notice my makeup. I just want the overall look to be, you know, well received and pretty and a little bit fun, and I like a pop of a colorful eyeliner to do that. And really you just focus on like a really pretty glowy kind of complexion as usual. Oh, this was a fun video to film. I just wanted to say, yes, I did get sick with my booster and it was not fun, but at the end of the day, like, I'm better. And yes, it was a crappy couple of days, but I think it's gonna be well worth it. And if I don't end up getting sick, if I do run into that thing, I shouldn't be as sick as I would have been if I didn't get the booster. So that's the hope, at least. I do feel a lot better. I'm thankful that I have Christmas Eve off, and it is really sunny today. I'm thankful for that. It's been raining a lot. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy the holiday, family, friends, or if you're on your own, you just find some time to relax. I know today I'm spending half the day by myself, but it's been a great time to catch up, sleep in, film some videos. This is the time that I absolutely cherish and love when I get to do this. So anytime that you have free time, just cherish. I mean, yes, we could sit here in our sorrows and be sad that we can't be with all our loved ones, but honestly, you know, being with our loved ones in a close proximity for hours on end can have its own challenges. So enjoy those moments of silence, that peace. Just enjoy it. Anyways, I hope you all had, by the time you guys see this video, I hope you had a happy holidays and a wonderful new year, and that you're living, you know, your best, healthiest life. And I hope you have a great, lucky New Year. Shoot, I almost forgot before I go. I was gonna show you those candles that just came. I'll give you a sneak peek of what these babies are like before I do a video on them. So I ordered these from Bloomingdale's because they had like a coupon. I was trying to find a way to get a discount on these really pricey candles. Oh boy. Well, this one arrived with the box open, so that sucks. These are really heavy. Oh no. Man, well, I'm glad I got it for Christmas, but it fell apart. Oh wow, that smells very interesting. All right, so we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. This is the main reason I placed this order. This is the True Dawn Bayonne candle that came out this year for Christmas. This is the chocolate spicy candle, and I'll read you all the notes, but look at the design of the box. It's brown, it's got the tree on there, gold. True Dawn is like an amazing candle brand. This is another Christmas candle from them. This is, I think, available all the time. This is Gabriel, and it smells very warm, spicy, and comforting, but like a really gentle spice. I love it. But this one is a very different direction, and I really wanted to get it because there's so many positive reviews on this one. So Bayonne is spicy chocolate, a Christmas exclusive, a gourmet and hedonistic candle rich with chocolatey, spicy, and woody notes. Bayonne celebrates the port of arrival of the first cocoa beans in France. So this brand has been around for hundreds of years. So there's a lot of history behind it. Favored by the Sun King and the royal court, chocolate was a luxury item, a precious gift, or remedy. It was the highest of value. Blended with d'Espelette chili, Bayonne's chocolate notes call for warm end-of-year celebrations. Okay, I don't want to get into this too much because I will do a separate video. But this is what comes at the top of the candle. And this was all. It looks like some wax came out, but look at this candle. I didn't realize it had all this on the side. So there's the name on the sticker on the back. You know, it looks pretty similar to this one, but this one has like a beveled glass container. And wow, okay. Has True Dawn and, you know, in the glass around the edge. So I'm not gonna be able to burn it in this video. I just wanted to show you what this candle is like. It smells like chocolate spicy coffee almost, but not, don't expect this to be super coffee, but just you kind of get those vibes from it. Interesting, and it is woody. This is a really unique scent, so I wanted to get it because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna get sold out, if it's ever gonna come back. This is very gourmand, very nice. Chocolate vibes all around. I love the packaging. I love that this came right before Christmas because I'm gonna burn it probably tonight or tomorrow. I hate that this sticker is on the back here. They kind of ruined it. Thanks, Bloomingdale's. Anyways, I picked this up at Bloomingdale's because I did get a discount. Oh no. Okay, I took that off. Yucky. Why would you ruin such a beautiful box? Anyways, that luxury feeling kind of gets destroyed when that stuff happens. This is the box. Very cool. And then the other candle I picked up. So I just introduced myself to Harlem Candle Company. I got a small size of the Speakeasy, and it ended up being my favorite of one of my favorites. And I ended up getting like this special packaging version of Speakeasy. They have different designs, but I liked this special one. Ooh, because it just seemed like, oh yeah, this is so stunning. Look at this lid. Oh my god, it smells good already. Ugh. This is so pretty. It's not broken, thank God. Here's the bottom of the box. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, talk about like reusable packaging, part of your decor. Golden white, the nightclub map of Harlem. This scent is so good. This has to be one of my, I haven't like burned it that much, but the smaller one that I have, but I love the cold throw of this. This is like so good. My kind of vibe. And then with the lid, what a collector. This item. Talk about wonderful gift. I know that ship has sailed, guys, but this is their nightclub series and their maps. So they have like the ceramic so this is the ceramic luxury candle speakeasy nightclub map of Harlem. So I think a lot of their candle fragrances, you can get this kind of design for the different scents. So I'm just gonna put this to the side here. This is the box that it comes in. Very cool. I mean, you guys, candles are my thing, and I just can't get enough of them. I just want to buy everything right now. Look at that. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you want to see more of my candle purchases, I do a lot of candle videos that a lot of you seem to like. If you enjoy these kinds of makeup, get ready with me, and you want to see more, click like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.